Springtime in Augusta. The beauty of April in all its glory. Nature's rebirth signifies a much-needed return. The return of youthful optimism and the passion of patrons. The return of champions. This is Augusta National, where hope springs eternal. A chance to finally look ahead and reflect on how far we have come. The tradition continues. This is the story of the 2021 Masters.
On behalf of the membership of Augusta National Golf Club, welcome to the 2021 Masters Tournament. Today, Lee Elder will inspire us and make history once more. Not with the drive, but with his presence, strength, and character. And his message that the game of golf belongs to everyone. Lee, it is my privilege to say you have the honors.
It was so gratifying to be there and to have my family there with me to see the journey that I had been on, and to be at that particular point was certainly one that we'll never forget.
Lee Elder stood on the first tee as he did 46 years ago, when he became the first black player to compete in the Masters. This time, he stood alongside Gary Player and Jack Nicklaus as an honorary starter.
Joining Lee on the first tee, golf's preeminent global ambassador, Mr. Gary Player. Joining Lee and Gary is a man who is celebrating the 35th anniversary of his historic 6th green jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Nicklaus. All right. The 2021 Masters is now officially underway. Enjoy the tournament, everyone.
It has been nearly 5 months since Dustin Johnson's record-setting performance. Now, he looks to lengthen his reign.
I won the Masters, so it's, there's no pressure on trying to win the golf tournament, but, still I want to go out and, put myself in a position where I've got a chance to defend my title come Sunday.
2015 champion Jordan Spieth is experiencing a resurgence in his game.
Yeah, I think I needed to take responsibility, look back and see, what, first of all, it's part of the game. I mean, it's not like I lost my tour card. I just wasn't winning 3 times a year.
I don't know the extent of my talent. Length is only as good as you can hit your next shot, is what I always say. I mean, I'm still going down numerous rabbit holes, and I will never stop, not only to win golf tournaments, but to definitely win this tournament. I mean, this has been on my radar since I was a kid.
24-year-old Will Zalatoris is one of only 6 first-timers in this year's field.
The fact that I'm here after, not having status on Korn Ferry Tour, then, working on last year to get my card, and then COVID hits and you've got 4 months off, and I've still found a way to make my way out to the PGA Tour and get to be here. So it's really cool.
It's even cool if you're a 3-time champion playing in your 29th Masters.
When I was a kid, I grew up dreaming of winning the Masters and being a part of the history here, and watching Seve Ballesteros, win in the early 80s twice, and pumping his fist and the charisma. Like, it was my dream to win here, to be a part of the history here.
New father John Rahm was the last of 88 players to arrive at Augusta.
So how concerned are you about sort of coming in here hot and not having any practice under your belt?
I'm not concerned. I went through a major life experience. If anything, definitely a different mental state, but I would say it's a better mental state.
This week will be a major life experience for amateur Tyler Strafacci.
I'm just going to go out, have fun, be a kid, go make some fist pumps, make some birdies, and just enjoy the moment.
The reigning United States amateur champion joins a long history of amateurs playing at the Masters, first established by Bobby Jones. The most special tradition? An invitation to spend a night in Bobby Jones' attic, better known as the Crow's Nest.
I don't think I've understood the gravity of what I've done until I've stepped in here. This is probably the coolest part of playing the Masters as an amateur, staying in the Crow's Nest. I mean, I'm gonna have so much fun in here tonight.
Tyler isn't the first Strafacci to play in the Masters. His grandfather, Frank Sr., was a standout golfer, earning trips to Augusta National in 1938 and 1950.
I'm the first Strafacci to stay in the Crow's Nest. This is just the pinnacle of amateur golf right here, all the history. Nicklaus competed in 3 Masters as an AM. I didn't know he played in 3. The fact that he stayed in here, Tiger stayed in here. I guess I gotta win a Masters to get my picture on here. Got an uphill battle, but we got it.
Just 2 flights down from the Crow's Nest is the annual Champions Dinner. Those gathered were treated to a special message read by 2-time Masters champion Ben Crenshaw.
Hey Ben, it's Tiger. I'm already missing the banner and the needling. And please make sure DJ truly understands it's his night. He's earned an incredible honor of hosting tonight's dinner and will be an indelible part of his history for the rest of time.
The wait is finally over. It is here, and it is happening now. You are taking that short walk to the first tee. And if you are fortunate, and if you are good, you will be doing so once again on a late Sunday afternoon in April. Your Masters is about to begin.
Four, please. Dustin Johnson, now driving.
World number 1 is looking to become the first player in nearly 2 decades to successfully defend his title.
Four, please. Tyler Strafacci, now driving. Go, Tyler.
All smiles off the first tee for the amateur. Not so much for Dustin Johnson on the first green. An opening bogey to begin his title defense. 1 over on the first 9, Johnson's 3rd at the 11th. Back to even on his round. Victor Hovland was playing catch-up all day after opening with a triple bogey, his 4th at the par 5 15th. Long-hitting Bryson DeChambeau at the par 3 4th. A bit too long, a double bogey en route to a 76. Jordan Spieth with a wayward tee shot at the 9th. And a triple bogey 7. Rory McIlroy with a wayward shot at the 7th.
I knew it was my dad when I was aiming at him, so probably 30 seconds before it hit him. I think he just needs to go and put some ice on. Maybe autograph a bag of frozen peas for him.
4 over 76 to open his Masters. Brooks Koepka is only weeks removed from knee surgery for birdie at 16. He finished at 2 over par. Tyler Strafacci at the 13th. His biggest highlight of the opening round.
I'm an amateur playing at Augusta National, and I'm the happiest kid in the world right now. I mean, I don't care what I shot today. Obviously, I would have liked to play better, but it was great.
The 3 amateurs in the Masters field were not the only ones to walk the fairways of Augusta. 2021 saw the return of the Augusta National Women's Amateur. The second edition of the event was worth waiting for, as the top women amateurs from around the globe squared off for 3 rounds of medal play. The final round, played at Augusta National, came down to a dramatic playoff between Japan's Tsubasa Kajitani and Amelia Migliaccio of the United States. On the first extra hole, the 17-year-old Kajitani was able to get down for par and secure the title, becoming the 2021 Augusta National Women's Amateur Champion. Perhaps able to draw some inspiration, fellow countryman Hideki Matsuyama for eagle at the 8th. An opening round 69 for the 29-year-old.
What she did was fantastic. Hats off to her, and hopefully I can follow in her footsteps.
Finding his own footing, Will Zalatoris for eagle at the 15th. A round of 70, 2 under par in his debut. Jordan Spieth threw the green in 2 at the 15th. A bounce-back eagle, and he finishes with a 1 under 71. Terrell Hatton playing in his 5th Masters at the difficult 11th. Makes it look easy. Fellow Englishman Tommy Fleetwood showing some one-upsmanship at the par 3 16th. The shot of the day in a round of 74. Dustin Johnson's first competitive round at Augusta since winning in November included 3 bogeys and 3 birdies until he came to the 18th. The double bogey dropped him to 2 over for the day. Twice a runner-up, Justin Rose seemed to be playing a different course than the rest of the field. His second at the par 5 8th. He would make eagle for birdie at 10. On the tee at 12. Another birdie. His approach at 17. Nine under in his last 11 holes.
I kind of knew 2 over through 7's not the end of the world, but I also knew that, you're going in the wrong direction. You can't win the golf tournament today, even with a 65. It's a good reminder that you just never know what can happen out there, just to stick with it on the golf course.
Justin Rose is 4 strokes out in front of the field after the first round. A caddy's quest to gain knowledge about Augusta National, especially Amen Corner, never ends. For Victor Hovland's caddy, Shay Knight, it means an early morning compiling notes to try to get Victor, the 2019 Masters Low Amateur, who was playing in his first Masters as a professional, the best information possible.
Well, I've spoken to a bunch of caddies and players, and they're saying that this is probably the toughest it's been in years. It's a lot more detailed, a lot more work. This week, for instance, I've probably done 2 to 3 times the amount of work that I usually do for a normal tour event. There's so many moving parts to this golf course. So firstly, off the tee, all these numbers here are up the right side of the fairway. There's one which is 222 to cover the corner. That's going to give you a great indication of where we want to be off the tee. If you're out of position off the tee, then you need to put yourself into the best position possible to get the angle for the pin. Give yourself a great opportunity for birdie. With this golf course, it's all about angles.
It's good to have the knowledge, but it still takes execution. Victor Hovland with his second at the 6th. Justin Rose came to the first tee holding a 4-stroke lead. But an errant drive forced him to punch out en route to a bogey. His second at 7. Well short, and with that, his 4th bogey in 7 holes. The course was baring its teeth, but not for all. Bernd Wiesberger of Austria made a move. For birdie at the 1st. Out in 31. His putt to start the 2nd 9. The 6th birdie on his day. He climbs the leaderboard with a 66. Tony Finau from off the green at 9. A birdie. Out in 31. Tied with Wiesberger for low first 9 of the tournament. Australian Mark Leishman with his 2nd at 3. Over at 13. 6 birdies, a round of 67, and in contention. Cameron Champ, the only black player in the field, who a day earlier proudly watched Lee Elder open the tournament with his tee shot at 6.
It's a huge factor to see what happened Thursday morning, and obviously for me, for my family, and I think just for, the African-American community in golf, I think it truly meant a lot.
Native Georgian Brian Harmon, his 2nd at 18. He puts himself in position for the weekend. Runner-up back in November, Cameron Smith still had it dialed in. His tee shot at 12. His 2nd at 13. Seven under through 13 holes, he would finish with a 68. World number 2 Justin Thomas for birdie at 11. One of 6 birdies on the day. He climbs into second place. Bryson DeChambeau had his putter working. His birdie at 9. And at 18. 4 birdies in his last 6 holes. He gets to red numbers at 1 under par. Brooks Koepka at 16. It would not be enough, and he will not be around for the weekend. Nor will Rory McIlroy, who ended his quest for a green jacket with a 76 and 74. And defending champion Dustin Johnson, his second at 15. He bogeyed 3 of the last 4 holes to miss the cut by 2. Victor Hovland was on the cut line when he got to 15. Then promptly went eagle, birdie, birdie, and made it to Saturday.
I couldn't make a complete fool of myself the remaining holes, or else I would be playing the next couple of days. It was nice to finish the way I did.
2-time Masters champion Jose Maria Olazabal was trying to turn back the clock. His putt for birdie at 9. His approach to the 11th. At the age of 55, he makes the cut. Perhaps even a bit to his surprise.
Bueno, lo primero esto, ¿eh? Sí, señor.
It's like winning the event.
That's the beauty of Augusta. Age is just a number. On the Sunday before the tournament week, Augusta National Golf Club hosted the finals of Drive, Chip, and Putt, a nationwide skills competition for boys and girls age 7 to 15. Who earned their way to the championship by winning local and regional events.
It's so exciting. I looked at the scoreboard. It's so cool to see my name up there. I mean, this is probably the best day of my life.
While the competitors appear smaller in stature, the day featured plenty of outsized talent, competitive spirit, and all of the emotions we've come to expect at the Masters. Trophies were awarded in each division, and all of the participants and families were invited to watch the pros' Monday practice round.
I think this is probably the funnest time I've ever had in my golf career so far. We're probably going to go to number 12 and 16 and hopefully see my 3 favorite players, Dustin Johnson, Tommy Fleetwood, and Brooks Koepka.
What advice would you give them?
Just hit it down the fairway, have a good attitude, and get on the green.
A good attitude that the 3 slightly older amateurs in the field all had. 21-year-old Charles Ollie Osborne, 2020 British amateur champion Joe Long, and Tyler Strafacci. But it wasn't enough to keep them around for the weekend. First round leader Justin Rose needed to get his game back on track. For birdie at 14. For birdie at 16. His 3rd birdie in 4 holes.
I had a little talk with myself on 8, and I said, you're still leading the Masters, and I just changed my mindset a little bit and started to play match play against the golf course. I had a putt on 18 to win my match 1-up, and unfortunately it just slid by, but an honourable draw.
Back to where he began his round in the lead at 7 under par. Jordan Spieth for birdie at 17. A 68, and he's only 2 off the lead. Xander Schauffele at the 16th. Runner-up 2 years ago to Tiger, he has his eyes set on the weekend. Hideki Matsuyama had another solid round going for birdie at the 9th. His third at 13. A 71, his 9th straight round at Augusta at par or better. Will Zalatoris with birdies at 16. And then at 18. The strong finish gets him into the final pairing. Justin Rose still holds the lead, but they are stacking up right behind him. Saturday at the Masters, moving day. And for Justin Rose, a day where he woke up with an unwelcome superlative. The only player to ever lead 7 rounds at the Masters in his career without earning a green jacket.
I haven't really thought about that, to be honest with you. You can kind of see the leaderboard and who's stacking up behind, and I feel like there's a lot of firepower there. I'm not going to worry about a score. I think it's hard enough just to keep playing shot for shot.
Jordan Spieth is just 2 back of the lead, and he knows that having a green jacket doesn't necessarily make winning another one any easier.
Do you allow yourself to even say, I can win this thing this year?
I'm in position now to think that for sure, but I'm happy that the golf course has the opportunity to play more and more difficult over the weekend. And I think that could be an advantage to me if I'm in control of the ball.
34-year-old Brian Harman is 1 back of the lead and knows this day could change the trajectory of his life.
Whenever you look up on the leaderboard and you see your name up there pretty high at Augusta, it's hard not to get nervous, but 3 weeks ago I didn't expect to be playing in the Masters, so I'm going to try to put 2 more good ones together and see what happens.
While first-timer Will Zalatoris has stepped into a major spotlight, but seems unfazed by the pressure.
I'm excited to be here. I've wanted to be here forever, so there's no reason to feel intimidated now. Standing on the first tee and hearing your name called, that's something that every kid dreams of.
There's a group of players at 4 under par who hope to make the most of this moving day, including Justin Thomas, Tony Finau, Hideki Matsuyama, and Cameron Champ. Justin Rose was determined to start his round better than the previous day. A birdie at the first, it's already better. Corey Connors started the day 5 back. At the 6th, the hole-in-one gets him to 5 under and in the hunt. Jordan Spieth with a slippery birdie at 2. Justin Thomas birdie at 3. And he gets to 6 under. The cream is beginning to rise. Rose's third at 2 sets up another birdie. Zalatoris at the third. Moving day indeed. Connors. And he's in a tie for second, 2 behind Rose. Hideki Matsuyama with his approach to the difficult 7th. That would lead to one of only 2 birdies on that hole all day. Tony Finau is moving in the wrong direction for par at 5. On his way to a first 9, 37, 6 strokes higher than the day before. Rose from the bunker at 4. And again at 5. Back-to-back bogeys and back to where he began at 7 under. The expected weather came in, with play being suspended at 3:57 as the last pairing was on the 7th hole. "78 minutes later, a softer course awaited, and Hideki Matsuyama took advantage. His approach at 11.
What a great shot by Matsuyama. Only 2 birdies here at 11 today, perhaps the 3rd coming up.
Solo second, 1 shot back of Rose. Spieth at the 10th. Mark Leishman's 3rd at 8. Matsuyama at the 12th. And he is tied for the lead with Justin Rose. Zalatoris for birdie at 10. And for the first time in his young career, tied for the lead in a major. Justin Thomas, meanwhile, had some troubles with Rays Creek. A triple bogey dampened his chances. Matsuyama still pin seeking at 15. Playing partner Xander Schauffele with a long eagle attempt. He is tied for the lead, if only for a moment. Over at 12, Rose for birdie. Eight under and back in front, if only for a moment as well. Because back at 15, Hideki's tap-in eagle.
2 eagles from these 2 players here. Wow, that's impressive stuff from that pairing.
Solo lead for Matsuyama for the first time all week. Leishman was quietly walking the second 9 with birdies at both par 5s to get to 7 under par. Matsuyama looking to put some distance between himself and his competitors at 16. and his second at 17. Spieth trying to keep pace. The bogey pushes him out of the picture. It's a daunting par 3, the 16th. Justin Rose in trouble. He would go on to make bogey. Schauffele up ahead at 17. Makes par. Matsuyama for his second birdie in a row. Late in the day, and the leader arrives at 18. First, it's Schauffele, left of the green in 2. Matsuyama trying to get up and down. His third at 18. Xander Schauffele, the first in the clubhouse at 7 under par. Hideki Matsuyama in at 11 under, 6 under on his last 8 holes following the restart. Will Zalatoris to get into the final pairing. In at 7 under. Justin Rose for a lengthy par save at 18. His second consecutive round of 72, 4 back heading into Sunday, but still happy to be in the hunt. Even with a 4-stroke lead, there is work to be done as the sun sets. The final round of the Masters, the culmination of a week of endurance, focus, and patience. It begins on a calm Sunday morning with preparations both familiar and precise. These iconic yellow flag sticks, soon to be in position, will become the obsessive focus of men hoping to make another indelible moment of Masters lore. But first, they must reckon with their own position and prepare. For Mark Leishman, it's a pep talk from fellow Aussie Greg Norman, reminding him how difficult it is to hold a big lead at the Masters.
You can make up 4 shots fairly quickly, but you have to do a lot of things right to do that. I know what you have to do, it's just a matter of executing and doing it.
Will Zalatoris proves he doesn't need decades of preparation to get here. But can he reset the 42 years it's been since a first-timer put on a green jacket?
I've wanted to put on a green jacket my entire career, and I've got a good opportunity to do it, so let's go do it.
Jordan Spieth plans to use his experience to fight his way back into contention. Xander Schauffele and Justin Rose hope they can make a Sunday charge.
All the guys chasing at 7 under par are all capable of that little run that Hideki's had, so it's all up for grabs.
But all eyes will be on Japan's Hideki Matsuyama, confronting the prospect of propelling an entire nation into Masters history.
I felt really good going to the first tee until I stood on the first tee, and then it hit me that I'm in the last group of the Masters tournament, and then I was really nervous. But I caught myself, and the plan today was just go out and do my best for 18 holes.
It is Sunday at the Masters. The last player to arrive this week is the first to make some noise. Jon Rahm at the first. His second at 2. Birdie, eagle, start. Tommy Fleetwood had a hole-in-one at 16 on Thursday. This is at the 6th. Cameron Champ with his tee shot at 16. Jose Maria Olazabal puts a bow on his week. A fitting ending for the two-time Masters champion. Will Zalatoris' final round begins for birdie at 1. His third at 2. Cuts the lead in half as Hideki Matsuyama tees off at the first.
Hang on, because it's firm in the trees. That will kick further to the right. Oh boy.
Now left with a long par save. The lead is down to 1. His third from the bunker at 2. The birdie, coupled with this Zalatoris miss at 3, and the lead is back to 3. Jon Rahm at Amen Corner. His tee shot at 12. Amen. The new father cards a final round 66. Xander Schauffele's fourth at 5. 4 over on the last 3 holes. He went from 4 back to 7 behind. Matsuyama at 5. A long par save. Cam Smith for birdie at 13. On his way to a third top 10 finish in 5 Masters appearances. Zalatoris at the 8th. Now only 2 back. Jordan Spieth is 2 over on his round. This at 9. Needing something to happen, Spieth for birdie.
He might. He does. What a read.
Does he have a second 9 charge? He goes on to make that putt and becomes the first player in Masters history to birdie the 10th hole in all 4 rounds. Zalatoris would gladly take any one of those right now. Bogey, and he's 4 back. Matsuyama coming off a birdie at 8. This is second at 9.
ピンポイントで
戻る。
同じ段、しかも下まで転がってカップの下、バーディーチャンスにつけました。
また2人で拍手してます。
一気に松山差を広げにかかります。
In any language, it's a 5-shot lead. Tony Finau with his third at 14. A not-so-routine birdie and a top 10 finish. Patrick Reed's tee shot at 16. It leads to his 4th birdie in a row, and he will finish tied for 8th, his best finish since winning in 2018. The last pair arrive at the scene of so much drama through the years, the par 3 12th. Matsuyama first to hit. Schauffele next. Safely across Rays Creek, both ball and body. Schauffele strikes first. Matsuyama for par. The lead is down to 5. Spieth slowly climbing his way back in it, his second at 14. Leads to a birdie, which brings him within 5 of the lead. Schauffele now with momentum on his side. His second at 13. Matsuyama's third at 13. And both would walk away with birdie. Schauffele trying to maintain pressure, his second at 14. The birdie, and he's now 4 back. They've come to the last of the par 5s. Matsuyama's second at 15.
Xander had just made 3 birdies in a row. I felt I needed to birdie 15.
ちょっと左。奥、向こうの池もある、向こうの池もある。16番の池に捕まった。ここで松山。
He's got a lot of pressure on him today. I remember the feeling on a 4-shot lead, and he's got Japan on his back, and I can only imagine if he closes this out, kind of how that's going to feel.
Spieth for his birdie at 17. And he gets to 8 under, but still 5 back. Matsuyama now, after his drop, playing his 4th. Schauffele's 3rd from the bunker. He'll make birdie. while Matsuyama makes bogey, and the lead is down to 2. Zalatoris ahead at the 17th. The birdie moves him to within 3. Xander Schauffele has climbed back from as many as 7 down to now just trail by 2.
I hit a perfect 8-iron. It was 184 yards. I turned it right to left. The wind was into left to right.
Oh,
Definitely in the water.
There are the ripples.
I was in full chase mode, so I got no regrets from that. I really would have loved to put more pressure on him there and basically gave him the tournament at that point.
For double bogey. Instead, an astounding triple. Matsuyama with a tricky par putt. But still, a 4-shot lead.
He's a gifted golfer with a great passion for the game. And this has been a goal of Hideki since he was a young boy. It would be a dream come true for him.
Spieth for the lead in the clubhouse. A disappointing bogey at the finish, a final round 70. Zalatoris now at the 18th and a long par bid.
Oh, yes! What a performance all week by Will Zalatoris. Under par every round.
It was an absolute treat, and obviously to come up one short and be disappointed is motivating, but obviously very exciting.
Justin Rose, the leader for 2 rounds, his final hole. And a final round 74 and a 7th place finish. .465 yards to history.
Can't imagine what it's going to be like. What a thrill and honor it will be for me to take the green jacket back to Japan. And I'm really looking forward to it.
First, it was Xander Schauffele.
I fought hard. You know, I feel like I made it exciting there at the end, and hopefully I keep coming back here for years to come, and the goal is to win one day.
Matsuyama is Japan's first Masters champion.
松山英樹、マスターズを勝ちました。日本人がグリーンジャケットに袖を通します。
そうですね、やっぱり今の
I hope it'll affect golf in Japan in a good way. The youngsters who are playing golf or thinking about playing golf, I hope they will see this victory and think it's cool and try to follow in my footsteps. It is possible. If they set their mind to it, they can do it too.
As day gave way to dusk in Augusta, the land of the rising sun awoke to its new hero. 10 years ago, he won the first of his 2 Asia-Pacific Amateur Championships, earning him a trip to Augusta, where he was crowned the Masters Low Amateur. Today, he is a Masters champion. The 2021 Masters champion, Hideki Matsuyama. Augusta National Golf Club, thanks IBM, Mercedes-Benz, and AT&T for their support.